How to connect a custom domain to Google Sites. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to connect your custom domain to Google Sites. If you've built your website on Google Sites and want to use your own domain like yourbusiness.com or yourname.com instead of using the default Google link, this tutorial is for you. Whether you've bought your domain from Google Domains, GoDaddy, Namecheap, or other providers, I've got you covered. Let's jump right in. All of the mentioned tools are going to be on the description box below, so make sure to check it out. Now before we begin, let's go ahead and discuss what you need before you start this process. Now before you connect your domain, you want to make sure that you have your website published in Google Sites. You want to make sure that you own a custom domain from a register like Google Domains, GoDaddy, and Namecheap. You also want to make sure that you have access through your domain's DNS settings or dashboards. And lastly, you want to make sure that you're logged into the Google account where your site is published. And so, first things first, let's go ahead and learn on how you can publish your site in Google Site. So the first thing that we want to do is to head over to the Google Site website right here. And simply once inside, you then want to click on the publish button. Now, how can you see this button right here? Now to do that, you just want to navigate through the Google Sites right here. Click on your template, or in my case, I'm going to be creating a new template on Google Help or Google Sites. And simply once inside, you then want to customize your website the way you want to. Of course, we have the website builder right here that we can basically use easily. You have your themes. You can then go ahead and insert multiple stuffs right here if you want to. You have divider, button, and more. But basically, right after customizing your website the way you want to, you then want to click on the publish button. You then want to enter the web address right here. You can go ahead and still use a custom domain later, but as of the moment, you simply want to enter a web address for your Google Site website. And so right after that, you then want to click on the publish button. And so once that's done, your site is live at a Google URL, but let's make it more professional by adding your custom domain. First things first, to go ahead and use a custom domain, Google needs to verify ownership. So you want to head over to the Google Search Console. You can just search it up inside Google right here. And from there, you then want to navigate through this website. Simply from here, you then want to click on the Start Now button, but this is going to be another tool. So let's just navigate through the bottom of the page right here. So you can just once again click on the start button, and from here you then want to enter the domain on the website. Now you can basically click on the add property and you can enter your custom domain without www. So in here, you want to make sure that you are inside the domain option, all URLs across all subdomains, all URLs across HTTPS or HTTP, and requires DNS verification. Now you'll get a TXT verification record that you need to add to your DNS after entering your custom domain right here. Now you then want to add the TXT record to your domain. So you simply want to navigate through the domain registrar's website and sign in. Now basically, let's go ahead and use Namecheap as an example. You want to head over to the Namecheap dashboard, and from there you want to head over to the advanced DNS. Add a new TXT record. You can add the host, the value. You want to paste the TXT record from the Google Search Console right here, and you want to leave the TTL at default or set it to automatic. You then want to click on the Save Changes, and right after, you have to return to the Google Search Console and click on Verify. It may take a few minutes to update. Now, if you're using Google Domain, Google will often verify instantly. And so, once your domain is verified, you then want to head back to Google Sites right here. And simply once inside, you then want to click on the gear icon in the top right of your website. So it's going to be this button right here. You then want to navigate through the custom domain and click on the Start Setup button. Basically inside here, you then want to enter your custom domain. For example, we have mybusiness.com. You then want to follow the prompts and confirm that the domain has been verified. You may now be asked to add a CNAME record to your domain. And so for the next step, it is adding a CNAME record. You simply want to head back to your domain DNS settings, add a CNAME record. You have your host, and you want to enter ghs.googlehosted.com into the points to option. And for the TTL, you want to leave it at default once again. You want to click on Save Changes. This step tells browser where to go when someone types your custom domain, and it's simply heading over into our Google site website right here. Once your DNS records are updated, you want to wait for 24 hours, but often faster, for the DNS to propagate. You may now visit your domain. So in our case, it's going to be www.mybusiness.com to check if Google site loads properly. If everything is set correctly, your site should show up using your custom domain. Now, as a pro tip, you always want to clear your cache or use incognito when testing a DNS change. Now for troubleshooting tips. If you see a "this site can't be reached" message, wait a bit longer. DNS change can take time. You want to double check that your CNAME and TXT records are exactly correct. You want to make sure that there are no conflicting A record for www on your DNS records. Now that's it. You have successfully connected your custom domain through your Google website. Once again, you can just navigate through the Google search engine right here. Click on the Start Now button and you will be able to type your custom domain. Approve the domain on your domain dashboards. Once again, you could be using GoDaddy, Namecheap, or more. And right after that, as a last step, just head over to the settings of your website right here. Click on custom domain and you will be able to simply start the process. And so, by watching this video, you have successfully created your custom domain in Google site. It's a powerful way to build a professional online presence using a simple, no-code website builder. Now, if this video has helped you out, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you got any questions, you want to drop them in the comments below. I'd love to help you out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Once again, thank you.